Okay, we're dealing with the Microboards PF2. One issue that we've been having problems with is the smearing. And if you take a look, you can see the smearing occurs always in the same place, which is right down and through the bottom area. And the smear is terrible. And if you look real close at every one of these, you'll find that it has a tendency of striking the edge. So it's striking the edge and then smearing everything right across. And this normally occurs at the bottom of every one that we have printed. And trying to figure out what makes this smear. Well, the only thing we've come across right now that we've gotten the indexing fixed, which we had in the previous video, you'll see that when the discs get printed, they come across the plenum. Now these bands are a continuous band which runs across the top, down the sides, across the bottom, back up, you can't really see it here, but back up on the back side, comes back around this way, back down and around, and it continues back and back here again. So these are all one big band, each one of these. We've noticed that when they're printing, and they always print with the top forward. That being said, as these come across, what's happening is this trailing edge gets lifted. Now we're trying to figure out why is this trailing edge always getting lifted. Now we have a couple of these machines that have both shown the same problem on all our discs. Now we've noticed that as these discs go forward, and I'm going to pull this forward a little bit because you have to see where the print head really wants to strike this, is going to be right in here. Right where this pad is. You'll see this pad? That's right where it's going to be printing. And it's always in the same place. Now we're trying to figure out what's causing this edge to lift. And you're going to notice that we can push down on this a little bit. And if you look really, really close, you'll see that these bands have. So the idea now is going to be to take these rollers that have little slots in there, and this just sets into a slot, and pull these back and put a brace to hold it in place, because right now there's no way to adjust them. So if we just keep this back, what it'll do is pull this down through tension, because right now these are riding up over the top and then coming down, so there's a little space in there where it shouldn't be. And you'll see if I pull this back, I don't know if you can really see it. See how that lowers? So that what we have to do is get tension on it to get those down. So we're going to give that a shot and we'll see if that works. Okay, well, we've put in a bracket from an old shade, as a matter of fact, using an existing screw. We just bent that back, and it allows it to hold the roller, as you can see. Here's the upper roller, holding the roller back a little bit farther, and in doing so it puts tension on the bands. And now the bands have a tendency of wanting to go straight across here as opposed to coming up and then straight. That little loop in here was causing the disc to be held up in place, and when this came across it would strike the edge. Hopefully that takes care of it. We're going to give it a test now, put it back together. We have to do that on both sides. It's very important. So as you look at the roller is straight across. It's not cocked to one side or the other. Okay, now we're printing. And it's a little dark in here, but you can see where they're dropping down over here. We're going to check it out when we just printed 2 of them. I wanted to do 3 in a row. And we're going to check them out. As soon as it drops down, and we're going to put it under a good light. There it is. Okay, now what we're going to do is take a look at that. See what it looks like. And squeeze them to get a good, there you go. Perfect. There's no streaking. Everything is nice and sharp. No streaking at all. Beautiful. And so we'll take a look at the other ones, see if they look as good. And perfect. Perfect, because that's right where it would streak with there and then it would cross. So that was the fix. Tighten up the bands. Just have to put something in there to keep the bands taut.